Oh, what a beautiful night. What a beautiful night. Welcome in every single buddy. It is Cyrax's turn because if you guys don't know, it has gotten bad. I am talking like I think this might be one of the worst things that has ever happened in the Cyrax universe. So let me explain to you what I'm talking about. Basically, the entire reason of this live stream. So last Saturday, I was on stream with Leap and Lemur on our the Barnyard, what we do every Saturday on his channel. And William Gloryhole comes in at the very end and was like, "Yeah, Cyrax actually may have caused this ending." And I'm like, whoa, William Gloryhole was saying this at the beginning. I'm thinking, well, it's probably fake, right? There's not a chance in the world that this is happening, right? A pun intended. But I'm like, whoa, all right. This might actually be real. And guys, Cyrax might have actually done it. Like, he might have drove someone to the brink actually this time. You know, so many times throughout his history, how tall is Cyrax, Goon Pigeon? He's standing at a solid 4'3". That's why the police will never take him in. He's just as tall as his identification on the police radar. Where was I going with this? So like Cyrax, might have pushed this person to actually ending everything because he will not stop. You know, for so long, guys, we have been seen Cyrax say, oh, I'm really good friends with this person, and something bad happens to them, but it's always afterwards. I think this might be the beginning of whoa, Cyrax, you have pushed it too far. If that's the case, Smithers, who knows? Because of Nova's extremely big build, he would beat Cyrax 5-0. I mean, listen. We got to think about this for half a second, right? Nova has abandoned his mother every single time someone has came to confront him. How many times has Cyrax abandoned his family? He hasn't. It hasn't went well for him either time. But bro, I don't know, man. I'ma say on the FGC fighting games list, Cyrax and Nova, I think they're going 5 for 5. Best out of 10, 5 for 5, bro. And those 5s are the ones where Cyrax is able to get the bat in hand, and the other 5 is when Nova falls on top of him. I'm too drunk to try and listen to Cyrax, but I'll take the chance. No pun intended. Well, we was going to start this off with Nova, but then I just remembered that Cyrax committed one of the biggest things in Lolcow for Lolcows this week. So it's why would we start with Nova when we should start with Cyrax? And we're gonna get into it really quick, but guys, at the very end, we're gonna be doing Little Oxy. How many of you guys remember Little Oxy? I mean, he's the Lolcow that always was. He was the guy that is always denying that he is a Lolcow, but he constantly comes back to us. And just again today, Little Oxy has decided that he is going to double down on one of the worst takes I've heard of all time. So, I'm going to tell you guys. Little Oxy believes that if you, a female or a guy, you got a girlfriend, if she dresses up just a little bit, she decides she wants to look nice tonight, well, guess what? She's fair game. She's fair game to get essayed. And Little Oxy wants to be the guy who does it. And not only did he say it once, he's going to double down on it tonight. He is one of the worst people I have ever came across, and it's a miracle. Thanks to me, I guess. I never say thanks to me, but I guess it's a good thing what I done. He decided he's no longer a rapper, and he's just a goofball. So, whatever. And big ups to Peanut Mama right before we get into the video. If you got a gifted membership from her, well, big shout out. And I'm going to tell you all who had a gifted membership. Smithers with the big membership. Alejandro Pelaez with the big membership. Blue Black got it as well. Skunky and JJ Basic. Skunky is a very average Pokemon in Pokemon Diamond, but the Skuntank's kind of nice. It's kind of nice. But let's go ahead and jump into the first Cyrax video. Hold on, let me minimize it real quick. It says predator versus predator. So what do you guys think that could mean? What do you guys think that could mean? Ezzy's got a blinker in my name. Well, I got a ciggy and a drink in your name.
And I am here Echelon Prime 129, aka Tibs TV. Now, Tibs, normally, I'd hate your fucking guts, man. Normally, I would. Because of what you did. But I will give you credit. Because you know me. I've always been 100% honest with you.
Pause. That's a pause moment. So guys, what do we all know about Cyrax when he's constantly talking about Tibs, right? Anything when Tibs gets brought up, hey guys, he made me say that I was like a PDF file, like, and I'm not. He like forced me into that situation. But right off the rip, right, he immediately says, hey Tibs, you know anytime I ever talk to you, we're 100%. So, no, Pepe the Wise. Eyes closed, lies told. He's been 100% honest right now. He is not lying at all, bro. He's like, listen, Tibs. Yeah, I wasn't lying to you back then. And matter of fact, now since you're on my side, you know, we can be predators in action together. Did I miss about Tophia? Tophia has not done a single thing since me and Smokey uploaded a video on her. So this is like, since it's Tophiachu's birthday, oh my gosh, Combat Sloth, thank you for reminding me, like, the main theme of today's stream. It's like, since it's Tophiachu's birthday, and she decided to bust it down for a patty melt inside of the club, and she obviously came home with nobody, we, as a collective, must decide who Tophiachu should go home with now. Should she go home with Cyrax? Or should she go home with Nova? Or should she go home with her long-lost son, Little Oxy? Well, let's not refer to him as long-lost son tonight. He's like the chew that never could. And shout out to Big Boy Zone. Take another shot on me, Big Chilla. Well, guess what, homie? I don't have any Jackie Dan. I don't have any Jim Beam, even though he just came out with a pineapple whiskey. I'm pretty sure. Don't have any. But I will, and I 100% will. Take a swig of this terrible peach twisted tea, because I buy the party pack, and the peach is the worst one out of it. But we gotta do what we gotta do.
What JD Delay did to you is but on the other side of that, I mean, you are rumored to be a yourself. I mean, history shows that. True history does show that, Tibs. I mean, you sit there and you blackmail me into getting on your panel, lied to me and say that you weren't recording. Then you tricked me into giving you my Xbox information, which you then stole from me. And then probably sold, I don't know. But here's the really fucked up thing about you, man. Sat right there and had Wings 007 try to illegally entrap me. The same way that Marty and fucking Mash Troll Mafia tried to do. Well, it did. But you tried and failed. And the thing that you failed to mention is this. I caught on to Wings 007 before anything ever happened. And I called him out on it. But yet you failed to mention.
I'm gonna say this. Like, there's so many Cyrax stings, right? That, like, I can't keep track of them. I have no idea if Wings 007 actually did get Cyrax. I don't know. He probably did, because it's like, it's Cyrax. But Wings 007 has like a decent history of catching people like Raven's Dolphin and other people like that. Now, I think he even caught up Wings. Like, I'm not sure the legitimacy of that, but I 100% know he caught up Raven's Dolphin. So the mere fact that this guy is going for you and caught you up a little bit kind of speaks Cyrax, especially since you have such a bad history in general.
That, don't you? And
dude, if Tophia and Nova got together, their gravitational force would cause a black hole. Be so for real. You know what? You're right. We should not wish that onto our existence. And, neither of them want to get a job. Well, I guess Toph wants to get a job, and Nova will never get one, so we really don't have to worry about it. And Cyrax will never get a job. It's just funny, The power couple, right, Goon Pigeon?
Rumored to be and not saying that you are, but with all the rumors going around, why would JD Delay want anything to do with you? Now, I will commend you on wanting to go after Kiwi Farms and these predator groups and stuff like that. All these, actual groups of such as Kiwi Farms and N-Word Boy and William Glory Hole. I'll give you that, 1,000%. I will give you that.
I think you're talking about Red Dead Online .cock. I normally call you .cock, just for TOS, but we'll give it to you today. How is RDO Online? How is it? I've always wanted to play it, but I'm just never going to.
But you are not in any position to do anything, dude. You're really not in any position to do shit. The reason why you're not in any position to do shit is because of, well, one, you're unhinged. You literally think that a life-size doll is a living, breathing entity, which is kind of creepy on its own.
How is that only kind of creepy? Like, bro, if I ever somehow, made a friend out in public, right? Got close enough. I'm like, yeah, man, let's go. Let me come to your house and chill. And I go to their house, and I see on their couch they got a doll. And I'm like, hey, why the hell you got a doll there, bro? About to pass it around like a football. And he's like, oh, that's my wife, homie. Bro, I'm out 100%. How is that only kind of weird? And I've seen Tibs straight up eat a bed bug, like mouth a whole thing, grab that bitch and shove it in his mouth. This is not a person you want to associate with. I know you're Cyrax, but son of a bitch, bro, chill.
And then you proceed to say that
I promise, Pop Monster,
you wear has
if you're talking about the bed bug.
Which, that just makes you look crazy, dude. That really just makes you look crazy. So tell me, why would anybody believe a thing you say with, look at your history? I genuinely look at your history. You try to do an illegal thing on me, utilizing Wings 007, and failed. And you failed to mention that I called him out before that sting even went on. Why you failed to mention that is beyond me. But it is what it is. I don't hardly ever tell the truth anyways. But you do that, and you believe all these fictional stories that, that living doll that you have is living and is alive and breathing. And you think all these masks that you have lined up around your room or whatever, you have it in your head that every one of them has their own identity. Which, from a physical standpoint, you'd be right. Each mask does have their own identity. I'll give you that. Because each one is unique and different from the last. I'll give you that. That is.
Hey, do you guys think he's just giving that to Tibs because he's realized that he could wear so many masks throughout his life? He's like, yeah, I just dress up as this yellow person. I'm no longer Cyrax. This guy has a great idea, man. Fuck yeah. Bro, it doesn't matter. Well, who are you, Michael Myers, G? It doesn't matter what kind of mask you're wearing, homie. You're still the same dummy boy underneath. Yeah. If we're walking around in public and I see you wearing a Jason Voorhees mask, I might not know who it is off the rip, but I'll probably tell it's just that same dummy boy by the same haircut, same body fat, same smell, bro. You're still the same dude. Like, chill the fuck out over here. You're not a different person. Chill out, Michael Myers.
It's facts. But there is no... This isn't Full Metal Alchemist, bro. There are no souls attached to those masks. Just like there are no souls attached to that doll that you have.
How many times did he watch the film Annabelle before he realized, yeah, this is fake, bro. Yeah, Tibs is a liar. I bet he had to watch the first film, the sequel, and the trilogy before he's like, you know what? I don't think dolls can inhabit, I don't think the spirits can inhabit the body of dolls. This is just ridiculous.
And JD DeLay is right. You are unhinged, and quite frankly, you do need help. And bad, dude. Like, you clearly need help. And bad. So tell me, Tibbets.
I don't even have nothing to say afterwards, but just Tibbets.
Jonathan Tibbets. Why would anybody believe what you say? And I will admit, JD's fan base could have been a little bit more better about how they approached you. But for the ones that did approach you sideways, I don't fault them. If anything, they probably looked into you ahead of time.
Wobbles and Bean, I 100% know what you're talking about. I think everybody who has ever watched Cyrax knows what you're talking about. Where at like the beginning, like you literally cannot look at this guy because you're like, nah, man. They're like clowning on this guy because his looks. But Cyrax's like soul is the exact same as his outward appearance. I don't even know if I can say this, but it's not good, right? It's not good at all. It's completely tragic. And that's how so many of us get caught up. Like, how does so many bad things constantly happen to this man? And then you quickly realize that it's just his own actions consistently over and over again. And Tophiachu is really starting to remind me of that, where it's barely any troll activity. Like, think about Big Toph. There's no troll activity, but she constantly, like, finds herself in these positions.
And saw how fucking off the wall, unhinged, and crazy you really are. I mean, at the end of the day, Tibbs, you're no better than William Gloryhole. You're no better than N-Word Boy or Mass Troll Mafia. Hell, you're no better than Kiwi Farms themselves. Because look at what...
Listen, Cyrax, no matter how bad you feel any of those people are, and guys, the only person out of the people he's mentioned that I've ever had contact with is, oh my gosh, how am I, like, blanking on her? Southern Harlot. And you know what? Southern Harlot was very nice. She was very polite. She was like, hey, listen, this is like when I first got on YouTube. She's like, hey, listen, sweetie, I want you to know about Cyrax, know all these things about him. And I'm like, hey, don't worry, Southern Harlot. I'm not one of these people who are like, halfway in, I know all about Cyrax. She was a very, very nice person. So when Cyrax comes along and says, Southern Harlot, William Gloryhole, and N-Word Boy, they're such these evil people, I can take my one time I've associated with Southern Harlot and say, you know what, if she associates with William Gloryhole and N-Word Boy, and you know what, guys, this is a terrible way to, like, judge people, right? But I'm like, you know, they're probably okay. They're probably okay because she is a sweet person. It's Cyrax, and the reason she goes after you is because you're awful, bro. You're talking up teenagers constantly. At this point, you may have drove a woman to the very end. What are you even doing in your life, homeboy? But you're going to sit up in that attic. But I will tell you guys the one funniest thing about the entire Cyrax verse that's happened in the last 2 months is the fact that Low T thought that he was going to press Cyrax and have all of us love him, but has ended up in a worse position than Cyrax. So there you go, Cyrax. Another L for Big T, Low T. He gave Cyrax a W. Like I'm not even gonna lie, that's kind of a Cyrax W if Cyrax wasn't such a situation himself.
What you do. Look at what you did to me. When you did what you did to me and you tried to do that sting operation on me, at that moment, that's what put you at their level. That made you no better than them. The minute you did that shit, the minute that you broke the law and you did that shit, that made you on their level. So I can tell you right now, because I'm looking at your shop channel right now, I'm looking at your shop here on your channel, bro. Nobody's going to support you. Nobody's going to buy your merchandise. I know anybody with a sense of decency or a sense of common knowledge, nobody's going to buy your merchandise, bro. And there's a reason. There's a reason for it, dude. It's because you have pretty much been called out to be a groomer. You know?
Can someone tell me if he's talking about Tibs? If so, I will commentate on this, but I have no fucking idea.
Like, the way you went about going at me was bull. The way you tried to do a sting operation on me.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you the truth, homie. There's been so many people in the comments who've been like, hey, thank God for Cyrax showing me how stupid I am. Like, you are a good motivator, Cyrax, to show people who are committing far, less actions to straighten up their life. You know, it's almost like DSP, but DSP is like a better person for it because Cyrax is just a degenerate through and through. Like, it's not hard to watch a DSP video and be like, yeah, maybe I should be. This is why you should be nice people. You don't want to be like a dick.